Hey, welcome to day 5 of the 30-day healing series. I am so excited to have you here. This healing series is 30 days of bite-sized pieces to help you heal from trauma. So if you haven't seen the other videos, make sure that you check them out. But today we are actually going to talk about what the goal of healing trauma actually is. So when you're first starting out of healing your trauma, there's so much of wanting it to just go away and never having these emotions associated with trauma, and you just wish that it never happened and you didn't deserve what happened, and we kind of go into this spiral of wishing it away and wishing that it never happened, okay? Which I completely understand. I've been in that space. I know that there's so much that we wish could have been different. And the reality is that we can't make things different. We cannot go back in the past and just make it suddenly disappear. That's actually not the goal of healing your trauma. The goal of healing your trauma is to actually have the event just be an event in your life that took place, that has no control over your current life and has no emotional hold over you at all. Now, again, this is more directed towards people that are in stage 1 of the healing process. And if you want to see which stage you're in, you can go ahead and check out the quiz down below in the description. It will give you results on which stage of healing you're in, but it will also deliver resources so that you can get to the next stage of your healing. So how does trauma just become an event in your life? Well, the reality is that trauma does not just become an event in your life if you're doing self-healing. And it certainly does not become an event in your life by reframing it. I have never in my whole life ever been able to reframe my trauma until I've gotten into a place of healing, that I've healed that event and it really is just an event. So I do not think that mindset work is the answer. I do not believe that reframing your trauma is the answer. And specifically in this case, I do not believe that self-healing is the answer. I do believe that in order for you to experience this release or this break free from the chains of your past, you must actually work with someone. And not only must you actually work with someone, you want to actually specifically work on resetting and rewiring your nervous system so that you feel safe within your body and connected to yourself and trust yourself, so that you are no longer in the stress response, but you feel you're in the parasympathetic response so that you're calm and connected and at peace, okay? But you also want to work with someone that knows how to release the trauma hold, okay? In my program, in my 8-week program, we actually do this. There's something floating in my face. We actually do something called what I call the trauma release. And it is literally where we go in and rewire the trauma. We basically wipe out the emotional hold that it has, and we go into your subconscious and unconscious mind and basically wipe it out. Now again, that doesn't mean that it's magically disappeared. That doesn't mean that there's nothing there anymore. It just means that there's an event, and that's what happened, and it took place, and it no longer has an emotional hold, and it no longer controls your life. Now when this happens, even in my 8-week program, there's still healing to be done. So we do this usually about week 2 or week 3, depending on the client and where the client is at. But normally with my clients in the past, it's usually week 3, okay? On a normal, regular basis, it's usually week 3. But we still have to deal with coping mechanisms. We still have to put into place new habits and new ways of thinking and new ways of holding space for ourselves and no longer coping. So just because it becomes this event in the past doesn't mean that you don't have to continue down this healing process, doesn't mean that you don't have to continue to work at what it is that you're trying to do, like completely release the trauma, okay? Trauma trauma healing is a journey. It is an ongoing process. And I know that that really sucks, but there are going to be triggers and things that you have to deal with, okay? And I have spent a lot of time dealing with triggers and flashbacks, especially as I thought that I had been completely healed from the sexual abuse of my from my past. I actually learned that that was not actually the case when I was with my ex, and I had to work through so much more. Now, again, it means that there are layers and layers, and you're ready to heal, and it's going to happen in a delayering process. So sometimes when you believe that you're completely over things, you're not necessarily over it, and it just comes up at a deeper level, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. That's a natural part of the process. But the whole goal of healing your trauma is for you to break free from the hold that the trauma has for you, so that you can live a life and live at peace and enjoy yourself and not live in the fear of this thing happening again. Okay, this is what I have for you. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for our next video of 30 days of healing. If you want to see which stage of healing that you're in, make sure that you check out the description and the comments. It will be there for you, and I will see you all later. Bye.